Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis Media once again. Welcome back to another video game review. This is a game I finally get to review, and that's Half-Life. This is a game that I wanted to talk about, that I mentioned in my last video. Because you guys know, if you've been watching me since 2016, you know that Half-Life 2 is my favorite game of all time. And, you might have heard that so many times before, but it's true. I think it's a very inventive, smart, intelligent, fun, cinematic, even though it doesn't have any cutscenes, a phenomenal story and great characters. I think it's a phenomenal game. It's everything I would want out of a video game. And not only that, from a sequel, too, because it could be a rare sight for a sequel to be better than the first game. And I haven't played Half-Life before till then, but last year I got the chance to. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Yes, this is in a box, but I did not play this version. I played the Steam version. See, you might call me an idiot, but I did not know you couldn't play PC games on newer PCs. Uh, it says you can use it on Windows XP, 2000, ME, 98, 95, NT, stuff like that, and I don't have one of those. But I did play the Steam version. I got it for a really good price. It was only 99 cents. And I can say, if it costed more, I would not care at all, because this is a great game. This isn't a revolutionary game. This is a start of a phenomenal franchise. I know we're never going to get Half-Life 2, but I mean 3, but hey, we got this. So you play as a man named Gordon Freeman, of course, the guy in the box, and something has unleashed upon the world, and it comes from the world of Zen, and you have to fight off these Zen aliens with each weapon you get. You have to fight them off one by one in any weapon you want, obviously, because if you get that weapon, you don't have to drop it. That's what I love. I love shooters like this. I love when you pick up a weapon, you can keep that weapon, and it doesn't have that stupid two-gun limit like in most shooters nowadays, like in Call of Duty and stuff, and Halo and stuff like that. I really enjoy the Halo series and some of the Call of Duty games. I don't love all of them, but I just love shooters like this a lot more. You can also do that in Resident Evil 4. You have a lot of weapons to choose from in that game, as well as Borderlands. And that's what I love, is if you get and you get like over 10 weapons in this game. And that's including the explosives that you get. What I love about this is, while the graphics are kind of dated, I just love, this has some very impressive AI. If you throw a grenade, the soldiers will react, and they'll try to run away, as well as the enemies, the enemy AI, like the aliens that come out. They're super smart, and they know what to do when they're about to be attacked by you. And throughout the game, like this game, um, it's like 3 or 4 hours long. I felt like it was 10 because I died so many times in this game, like throughout the game. But luckily, you can save your game at any time. If you're at a boss fight, you can save it there, and if you die, you go back to your last save. Like, literally, if you're in the middle of a boss fight and you save your game, it'll take you back right to the middle of the boss fight after you died, which I find very helpful, because this game wasn't too easy for me. I always had to make every move. I had to watch my every move. It is a very fair challenge, and the game gives you just enough ammo. In fact, more than enough ammo. Although I found the last part kind of difficult after there was this one boss that I had to fight. I had to fight it in a different way, because I was stuck at this one boss. Like, literally, the boss wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't be defeated. I couldn't defeat it, so I had to restart the boss from the save where I saved when I was at the boss fight. You know, we have the internet now. But the game has really interesting puzzles, very smart puzzles. It isn't a full out puzzle game throughout. I mean, it has some very smart and challenging puzzles here and there. There's like very little. I think Half Life 2 might have a bit more, but I just love Valve and what they do with puzzles, like in the Portal series and stuff like that. And when it comes to this game, yeah, it's pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. And here's another thing I love. Gordon Freeman, the guy in the game, he's the silent protagonist. You do not see his face in the game at all. You don't see his picture. You don't see a picture of him. You don't see him in a mirror. If something that looks like it can be used for a reflection, you won't see his reflection. You do not see his face at all in this game. I mean, yeah, it's a first-person shooter, but I mean, Halo's a first-person shooter, and we see the Master Chief in the cutscenes. But I just love that about this game. You can like imagine yourself. You can imagine like you can change. You can't change his character in the game, but you can think of like a different face that you have in the game. Like maybe you don't have glasses. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, that's definitely what I really. There's just so much I love about this game. Now, when I was playing the game, this isn't really an issue. Just like something that I've noticed, or at least on my part. I found the controls were hard for me to get. Were well, not hard. It took a while for me to get used to the controls, at least at the beginning and the last part of the game. I mean, I'm not really that much of a PC gamer, but I found the mouse movement really solid, and I found it. I mean, once I figured out the buttons I had to use, I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's not that hard. I found it really. I found it getting a bit easier as the game progressed, and yeah, and it does have the ending, and it can be a bit confusing because you basically ruined stuff in the game, like really you did. But in the second game, people find you as their savior, even though there are so many mistakes you made throughout this game. But I don't really care. I don't. Um, I think there might be an online mode for this, but I haven't played it. Um, this version does contain the first Team Fortress, but like I said, I can't use this one. But what else can I say about this game? There's just so much to love about this game that. Oh yeah, the bosses. There are very little bosses in the game, but that doesn't. I mean, the bosses aren't really the focus of the game. But there are some pretty innovative ones. They aren't just ones that you have to shoot down. Like, they have a pattern. Like, there's this one boss that can kill you with one hit. They have, like, giant tentacles and stuff, and they can just kill you, like, instantly. You do see it a second time, but, and the final boss, I was, like, my heart was pounding because I could not figure out the pattern for this, because, if I mess up, then I would not like that at all. But for the most part, I found the bosses solid enough, and that's basically the best thing. Some of the best things I could say about this game, because it is an amazing title. It's a great first-person shooter. It has a great sequel, amazing AI, some very unique, very well graphics for 1998 graphics. Yeah, they are kind of dated, but the first game I still think has aged very, very well because of the shooting and stuff like that. And, well, not just that, but I really think it has as well as the sequel. And I forgot to mention that this game was released in 1998, which was 20 years ago. You know, there's just been so many good games that came out in 1998, like Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Resident Evil 2, Banjo-Kazooie, and Grim Fandango, which is a game that I heard is really good, but I haven't played, unfortunately. I do want to play it soon, but yeah, and this is if you're a fan of first person shooters and you are wondering why people talk about this game so much, why don't you try it out for yourself? I highly recommend this game, and yeah, I love the artwork on here too. Like, this is the game of the year edition. Even though I'll never be able to play this version, I love the set though. Like here's the disc. Uh, it's a jewel case, which is pretty nice. The disc does work. It does work. It's just I cannot. Well, you know, and the manual. I got this used, by the way, but it can make it to the menu. Like the fastest part I made it to was the first part. Well, okay. As soon as I went to the menu screen came up. I felt like I got it working. But as soon as I played the game, that's when things started to go down the toilet. But because I mean, I can hear the noise and stuff in the game. It's just the screen. It shows like half of the home screen on my PC. But yeah, there's the manual. I know it doesn't look that good. It's probably because of the quality. But yeah, overall, I give Half-Life a solid 5 out of 5, which is a cliche thing to say, and the video's laggy. But so yeah, I'm just gonna end it off here. So sorry about the lagginess. It's just it happens. So yeah, see you guys later. Word out.